Where does the chain rule come from? Let's understand it with this function, sine of x squared. This is a composite function. Here, x squared is the inner function, and sine is the outer function. The output of the inner function becomes the input of the outer function. U equals x squared. As x moves, u changes according to the graph of x squared. Now look at the outer function, sine of u. This function doesn't receive x directly. Its input is the output produced by the inner function. Together, they form a chain of transformations. Suppose the input changes slightly, delta x. Since u depends on x, it changes as well, delta u. That change in the output of the first function becomes the change in the input of the second function. The outer function receives this input and produces delta y. Let's simplify the picture. Instead of looking at two graphs, we'll project each stage onto a single dimension. A change in x becomes a change in u, which then becomes a change in y. Let's measure what happens at each stage. The first function relates the change in x to the change in u. That relationship is delta u over delta x. It tells us how much u changes for a change in x. Now consider the second function. This function is not measuring how y changes with respect to x. It cannot, because x is not its input. Its input is u. So it measures the relationship between the change in u and the change in y. That relationship is delta y over delta u. Now place the two stages together. The first function produces delta u. The second function receives that same delta u. That shared change is the link connecting the two stages. The first relationship gives delta u from delta x. The second gives delta y from delta u. Both stages share the same delta u, so they connect naturally. Replacing delta u gives a direct relationship between delta x and delta y. Dividing both sides by delta x gives delta y over delta x equals delta y over delta u multiplied by delta u over delta x. So far we've described finite changes. Now let those changes approach zero. As delta x approaches zero, each ratio approaches its corresponding derivative. The result is dy by dx equals dy by du multiplied by du by dx. This is the chain rule. Returning to our example, sine of x squared. Differentiate the outer, then multiply by the derivative of the inner, cosine of x squared, times 2x. The chain rule follows the path from the inner function to the outer function.